Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about the top 4 most valuable Australian 5-cent coins. Tiny coins with big stories and even bigger price tags. Some of these pieces, depending on their year, condition, and minting errors, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's auction market. You might even have one sitting unnoticed in your change jar. So let's get started and find out which ones are worth a small fortune. First up, the 1966 Australian 5-cent coin holds a truly iconic position in the story of Australia's modern currency. It was the very first year of decimal coinage in the country, a monumental shift from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system that had served Australia for generations. When this coin entered circulation, it marked a new era of national identity, modernization, and progress. Every 1966 5-cent coin represents that exciting time in history when Australians were adapting to a brand new way of thinking about money. Even today, decades later, the 1966 issue remains one of the most significant and collectible coins in the country's decimal history. The history of this coin begins on February 14, 1966, the day known as C-Day, when decimal currency officially replaced the old imperial system. Australians welcomed new coins in 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, and 50-cent denominations, and among them, the 5-cent coin became one of the most heavily used. The coin replaced the old sixpence, and it was designed to be familiar in size and value so that the public could easily adapt. Minted at both the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra and overseas at the London Mint, the 1966 5-cent coin quickly became a cornerstone of everyday commerce across the country. The obverse side of the 1966 5-cent coin proudly features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. This portrait was new and elegant at the time, capturing the youthful grace and strength of the Queen during her early reign. The detailing of her tiara and hair was finely executed, and even circulated examples still show traces of this refined artistry. The words Elizabeth II Australian in 1966 encircle her image, a timeless symbol of the monarchy's presence on Australian coinage. This design became one of the most familiar portraits on coins around the Commonwealth and remains a nostalgic feature of early decimal coins. The reverse side of the 1966 5-cent coin showcases the beloved Australian echidna, one of the nation's most unique and fascinating creatures. Designed by Stuart Devlin, who would go on to design many of Australia's most famous coins, this depiction of the echidna is both artistic and scientifically accurate. The animal is curled around the numeral 5, its spines forming a striking circular pattern that symbolizes both protection and endurance. Devlin's skill in capturing the character of Australian wildlife made this design a classic. The echidna became instantly recognizable, and its design has endured on the 5-cent coin for over half a century, a true testament to its perfection. What makes the 1966 5-cent coin so appealing to collectors today is that it represents the beginning of Australia's decimal journey. This was the first year that the new system was introduced, so coins from 1966 carry immense historical importance. Each one is a tangible piece of that transformation, a moment when Australia modernized its economy and embraced change with confidence. The coin's simple yet powerful design, coupled with its national significance, ensures it remains a centerpiece in any serious Australian coin collection. Although millions were minted, the 1966 5-cent coin has become increasingly scarce in good collectible condition. Over time, most of these coins circulated heavily, losing some of their original shine and detail. Many were used daily for decades and naturally picked up scratches, wear, and tarnish. However, circulated coins still hold great historical and sentimental value. For collectors, even a circulated example tells a rich story, a story of use, survival, and endurance across generations of Australians. One of the fascinating details about the 1966 5-cent coin is that it was minted not only in Australia, but also in London to meet high production demand. Both mints produced millions of coins to ensure the smooth rollout of decimal currency. Some subtle variations exist between mintings, making them a point of interest for collectors who study the minor differences in die characteristics. These tiny details can add extra intrigue, and sometimes extra value, to certain coins, especially for enthusiasts who specialize in early decimal varieties. When evaluating rarity, condition plays a vital role. Uncirculated or proof quality examples of the 1966 5-cent coin can fetch impressive prices on today's market. Even circulated examples in very fine or extremely fine condition are attracting growing attention as collectors realize how few high-quality specimens remain in existence. While the coin is over half a century old, its design and craftsmanship have stood the test of time, making it a treasured piece for those passionate about Australian numismatics. The current market for early decimal coins has shown remarkable strength in recent years, driven by nostalgia and the desire to preserve pieces of national history. The 1966 5-cent coin, in particular, has seen rising interest among both domestic and international collectors. Depending on condition, examples can range from a few dollars for heavily circulated pieces to more than $100 for pristine, uncirculated coins. Those with distinctive toning or strong detail command even higher prices at auctions and collector sales. The sentimental and historic appeal of the first-year decimal coins continues to drive strong market demand. Collectors value the 1966 5-cent coin not just for its monetary potential, but also for what it represents, a piece of living history. Holding one of these coins is like holding a fragment of Australia's journey toward modernity. Its age, resilience, and recognizable design connect people across generations. The fact that the design remains unchanged to this day highlights how perfectly Devlin captured the spirit of the nation in that small piece of metal. For collectors who want to preserve the beauty and value of their 1966 coins, proper care is essential. Circulated examples should be stored in protective holders to prevent further wear. Cleaning should always be avoided, as natural toning adds authenticity and enhances long-term value. The best approach is gentle handling and secure storage, ensuring that this remarkable piece of history can continue to shine for decades to come. In circulated condition, the 1966 5-cent coin tells its own story of endurance. The worn edges and faded shine do not diminish its worth. Instead, they reveal the passage of time and the countless hands through which the coin has traveled. Each mark represents part of Australia's collective memory, and that authenticity resonates deeply with collectors who understand the beauty of age and use. Demand for early decimal coins has been steadily rising, as more people realize the importance of preserving the first issues of Australia's modern currency. The 1966 5-cent coin stands tall among them, small in size but immense in significance. It symbolizes the beginning of a new era, and that connection to history ensures that its collector appeal will only grow stronger in the years ahead. Next up, the Australian 5-cent coin from 1998 stands as a shining example of how even the smallest denomination can hold immense historical and collector value. At first glance, it may appear like an ordinary coin, but once you explore its background, rarity, and beauty, you realize this coin is a true treasure of Australian numismatics. Struck more than 2 decades ago, the 1998 5-cent coin represents a fascinating chapter in Australia's modern coinage, one that combines national heritage, artistic design, and enduring collector demand. Today, this coin, especially in very fine condition, has gained new attention in the coin market, with growing value and strong interest among collectors. The history of the 1998 Australian 5-cent coin is rooted in the country's decimal system, which began in 1966. The 5-cent coin replaced the old sixpence and became a symbol of everyday use in Australian life. By 1998, this little coin had already been in circulation for over 30 years, yet it continued to maintain its importance in daily transactions. That year's issue was produced by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, known for its precision, craftsmanship, and consistency. The 1998 edition came at a time when mintages were starting to fluctuate due to changing demand for small denominations, giving coins from this period a certain scarcity compared to earlier decades. The obverse side of the 1998 5-cent coin proudly features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclouf. His portrait of the Queen, used from 1985 to 1998, is known for its dignified and regal presentation. The Queen is depicted wearing the royal diadem she wore during the state opening of Parliament, a symbol of tradition, authority, and grace. The detail in her hair and crown remains one of the most elegant and refined designs to appear on Australian coins, and collectors especially admire the 1998 edition as one of the final years to showcase this particular effigy before it was replaced by a new design the following year. On the reverse, the coin displays one of Australia's most beloved designs, the echidna, created by master coin designer Stuart Devlin. The echidna is curled protectively around the numeral 5, its spines forming a striking circular pattern that beautifully fills the small surface area of the coin. Devlin's design captures not only the distinct features of this fascinating animal, but also the essence of Australian wildlife and resilience. This design has stood the test of time, remaining unchanged for decades because of its perfection and popularity among the Australian public. In very fine condition, the 1998 5-cent coin retains much of its original charm. The details in the Queen's portrait and the echidna's spines remain crisp and visible, reflecting the high quality of minting that year. Coins in this condition show light, wear but maintain excellent eye appeal, making them highly desirable among collectors. The soft silvery color of the copper-nickel alloy gives the coin a brilliant tone, and when preserved well, it carries an elegant, timeless luster. Each circulated yet well-kept example tells the story of a coin that has journeyed through time while maintaining its beauty and strength. Rarity is one of the key factors driving interest in the 1998 5-cent coin. Although the mintage was relatively high at the time, the number of coins surviving today in very fine or higher condition is significantly smaller. Over the decades, many have been lost, damaged, or heavily circulated. This makes well-preserved examples far more desirable to collectors who understand the importance of condition in determining value. As the years pass, coins like the 1998 5-cent continue to become harder to find in collectible grades, increasing their appeal and market worth. Collectors often look for 1998 5-cent coins that display sharp details, clean surfaces, and natural toning. These attributes highlight the coin's authenticity and add a touch of character that many find irresistible. Some rare varieties and minting errors from the late 1990s have also emerged in recent years, adding to the intrigue of this particular issue. While the standard 1998 5-cent coin is already sought after, any piece showing slight variations in strike or die marks can command premium value in auctions and private sales. The Australian 5-cent coin has always held sentimental value for many, as it represents a long-standing symbol of everyday life. However, for collectors and investors, the 1998 edition has become something more, a small but meaningful piece of monetary history. Its connection to the end of the Raphael Maklauf portrait era and its beautiful preservation in very fine condition make it stand out in the world of Australian numismatics. It represents the bridge between tradition and modernity in the evolution of coinage. In the current market, the value of the 1998 5-cent coin has been steadily increasing. Collectors are willing to pay impressive amounts for coins in very fine condition, particularly those that retain strong details and a pleasing natural surface. Prices can range from a few dollars for average circulated pieces to more than $50 or even $100 for high-grade examples, depending on market demand and presentation. In auctions and collector communities, coins from the late 1990s have been experiencing renewed attention as collectors seek to complete full decimal-era sets in the best possible condition. The strong demand for the 1998 5-cent coin is also fueled by nostalgia. For many Australians, these coins remind them of a time when small change still carried real purchasing power and everyday transactions often included jingling handfuls of silver coins. That emotional connection adds an extra layer of value, transforming a simple coin into a cherished keepsake of a bygone era. Collectors often describe the 1998 coin as one of the most underappreciated yet steadily rising gems of the Australian decimal series. For those looking to collect or invest in this coin, proper care and storage are essential. Keeping your 1998 5-cent coin in a protective capsule or coin flip helps preserve its surfaces and prevents further wear. Avoid cleaning or polishing, as this can reduce its collector value. Instead, allow the natural patina to develop. It gives the coin authenticity and character. Collectors who treat their coins with respect often see their value appreciate over time, especially for coins like this one that hold both historical and artistic significance. Collectors should also consider grading their coins if they believe the condition is exceptional. A professional grading service can authenticate the coin and assign an official condition rating, which can dramatically increase its market value and desirability. As more collectors around the world show interest in Australian coins, certified examples are likely to become even more prized in the years ahead. The 1998 Australian 5-cent coin is far more than just a small piece of change. It's a beautiful reflection of Australia's modern history, artistic excellence, and enduring national pride. With its detailed design, very fine condition, and rising collector demand, this coin has carved a permanent place in the numismatic world. Its combination of rarity, beauty, and heritage makes it a standout addition to any collection. As the years pass and fewer examples remain in high grade, its market value will continue to grow, securing its place as one of the most desirable 5-cent coins of its era, a tiny treasure with a truly big story. Next up, the Australian 5-cent coin from 1979 is a true classic of the nation's decimal currency, small in size, but immense in historical and collector significance. Even though it's one of the lowest denominations, this coin carries a rich story of craftsmanship, artistry, and resilience. When held in the hand, the 1979 5-cent coin reminds US of Australia's evolution during a period of national growth and modernization. In very good condition, its shine and details still speak of the superior minting quality of the Royal Australian Mint. Today, this remarkable coin has transformed from a piece of everyday change into a sought-after collectible with impressive value in the coin market. The history of the 1979 Australian 5-cent coin ties directly to the broader journey of Australia's decimal currency system, which began in 1966. The Royal Australian Mint continued to produce the 5-cent coin as a replacement for the old sixpence, maintaining its compact size and silver-like composition. The year 1979 was an important period, marking over a decade of stability in the decimal system and solidifying the 5-cent coin's role in everyday Australian life. Millions of these coins were produced, yet very few remain in exceptional condition today, making those preserved examples far more valuable to collectors. The obverse side of the coin features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented sculptor Arnold Machin. His design, introduced in 1966, presents the Queen wearing the girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, an image symbolizing continuity, dignity, and grace. The 1979 issue represents one of the final years to use this beloved portrait before the transition to a new effigy in the mid-1980s. The details of the Queen's face, hair, and crown on coins in very good condition remain clear and crisp, making these coins highly appealing to collectors who appreciate both history and artistry. The reverse design, created by the legendary Stuart Devlin, known as the goldsmith and jeweler to the Queen, showcases one of Australia's most distinctive native animals, the echidna. The echidna's detailed quills encircle the number 5 in a design that perfectly balances simplicity with sophistication. Devlin's vision was to highlight Australia's unique wildlife while maintaining a timeless and elegant aesthetic for everyday coinage. Even decades later, this design remains iconic and unchanged, proving its enduring success and artistic perfection. In very good condition, the 1979 5-cent coin displays a balanced combination of wear and preservation. Its silvery tone, derived from the copper-nickel alloy, gives it a soft sheen that catches the light beautifully. The features on both sides, from the Queen's profile to the echidna's spines, remain visible and sharply defined. Such condition is a testament to the coin's resilience and the superior craftsmanship of the Royal Australian Mint during this era. Coins like this have become increasingly difficult to find in well-preserved form, especially as decades of circulation naturally wore down most examples. Rarity is where the 1979 5-cent coin begins to shine even more brightly. While the mintage numbers may appear high on paper, the number of surviving coins in collectible condition is relatively small. Many coins from that year have long since been withdrawn from circulation or heavily damaged. Finding a 1979 5-cent coin in very good or better condition is now a delightful challenge for collectors, making it a prized piece in any Australian decimal collection. This scarcity has fueled growing demand among numismatists, both in Australia and internationally. Collectors and investors alike are now turning their attention to small denomination coins like the 1979 5-cent piece, recognizing their potential for long-term appreciation. The charm of owning a coin that once passed through countless hands yet remains in admirable condition is irresistible. Its rarity, age, and iconic design all add layers of value that go far beyond its face worth. The growing awareness of Australia's numismatic heritage has made coins like the 1979 5-cent increasingly sought after in auctions, online marketplaces, and collector circles. The 1979 5-cent coin's enduring appeal lies not just in its design, but also in its connection to an era of Australian history. The late 1970s were a time of economic development, modernization, and growing global recognition for Australia. This coin serves as a miniature time capsule, preserving the essence of that period. For many collectors, it's not just about the metal. It's about the memory, the legacy, and the sense of national pride that the coin represents. In today's market, the value of the 1979 5-cent coin has grown considerably, especially for those in very good to uncirculated condition. Circulated examples may sell for a few dollars, but coins in better grades can fetch anywhere between $20 to $100 or even more, depending on rarity and demand. Coins with special characteristics, such as full strikes or minimal surface marks, often attract premium prices. In recent years, auction platforms have seen strong interest in late 1970s 5-cent coins, with collectors eager to complete their sets with high-quality examples. One fascinating factor that boosts the coin's market strength is its nostalgic value. The 1979 5-cent coin represents a time when these small silver coins were an everyday sight in Australia, used in school canteens, local shops, and vending machines. For many, owning this coin brings back fond memories of childhood and simpler times, adding sentimental worth to its already impressive numismatic value. This emotional connection has helped sustain its popularity and collector demand. For collectors looking to preserve or enhance their coin's value, proper handling and storage are essential. Always use protective holders or capsules to prevent scratches and exposure to moisture. Avoid cleaning the coin, as natural toning adds to its character and authenticity. Displaying it within a full-year collection can also increase its overall worth, especially when paired with other 1970s Australian coins in similar condition. Presentation and preservation often make the difference between an ordinary piece and a high-value collectible. Expert collectors often recommend grading rare coins like the 1979 5-cent through professional services. A certified grade not only authenticates the coin, but also provides official recognition of its condition, greatly boosting its resale potential. Many investors are beginning to see small denomination coins as smart long-term assets, especially those that remain in pristine or near-pristine state. The 1979 Australian 5-cent coin is a perfect example of how a small denomination can carry enormous significance. With its elegant design by Stuart Devlin, its historical importance, and its limited number of surviving examples in very good condition, this coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. Its growing rarity and rising market value make it a hidden gem in Australian coinage, a coin that's both a symbol of the past and a promise for the future. Holding one in your hand is like holding a piece of Australian history, and for those lucky enough to own one, it's a treasure that continues to shine brighter with every passing year. Next up, the Australian 5-cent coin from 1996 is a small but mighty piece of the nation's rich numismatic story, a coin that holds great value far beyond its face worth. Even in its black, circulated condition, this coin represents the passage of time, the endurance of design, and the beauty of everyday Australian currency. For collectors, the 1996 5-cent coin has grown into a prized possession, a hidden gem that's finding renewed attention in today's action-packed coin market, where rare and older decimals are gaining incredible value in dollar terms. The 1996 edition stands as a marker of Australia's evolving minting era, produced during a decade when the Royal Australian Mint continued to perfect its precision and craftsmanship. This year's coin carried on the iconic imagery that had come to define the Australian 5-cent piece since its introduction in 1966, blending heritage, national pride, and timeless design. The mid-1990s were an important period for Australian currency, with coins transitioning into modern minting standards while maintaining the artistic beauty that collectors love. The obverse of the 1996 5-cent coin features the dignified and graceful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maclauff. His design was known for its depth and realism, showing the Queen wearing the royal diadem, an image that perfectly symbolizes the unity between Australia and the Commonwealth. Even in circulated condition, the strength of this portrait shines through. The fine details, the curvature of the diadem, and the delicate facial lines showcase the skill and precision that went into minting every single piece. The reverse side of the coin continues to display the extraordinary work of Stuart Devlin, Australia's master coin designer. His depiction of the echidna, one of Australia's most unique and beloved native animals, remains an everlasting symbol of the nation's natural heritage. The intricate arrangement of spines encircling the number 5 captures a sense of movement and energy, while the minimalistic composition speaks to Devlin's unmatched design philosophy, simple, elegant, and meaningful. This reverse design has been so successful that it has remained unchanged since its introduction, a true testament to its perfection. In black circulated condition, the 1996 5-cent coin carries the marks of history, each darkened edge telling a story of countless exchanges and journeys through Australian hands. Yet, it's precisely this age patina that gives such coins their character. Many collectors admire the natural darkening, as it reflects authenticity and historical value. It adds a layer of charm that makes these coins even more desirable when presented in well-preserved, yet circulated, condition. When we talk about rarity, the 1996 5-cent coin stands out for its increasing scarcity in today's world. Although millions were struck, most have since vanished from regular use, either lost, melted, or stored away in personal collections. Very few survive in collectible condition, and even fewer in the kind of well-kept circulated state that still holds design details. As coin collecting becomes more popular in Australia and abroad, the demand for these mid-1990s decimals has surged, driving up their value significantly. Collectors today recognize the importance of the 1996 5-cent coin as part of a transitional phase in Australian currency design and production. This particular year's mintage exhibits a high level of die precision, with sharper details compared to earlier issues, making it especially attractive to those who appreciate quality strikes. Some rare varieties, such as slight minting anomalies or die cracks, have been discovered in 1996 issues, and these errors can dramatically boost the value of a coin in the market. The collector demand for this coin is not only rooted in its rarity, but also in its symbolism. The 5-cent coin is one of the smallest denominations still in circulation, yet it carries immense cultural value. For many Australians, it represents childhood memories, schoolyard exchanges, and everyday life. A tiny piece of metal with a massive emotional impact. This connection has only grown over time, making coins like the 1996 issue more than just collectibles. They're pieces of living history. In today's thriving coin market, the 1996 Australian 5-cent coin has gained strong momentum. Circulated examples, even in black or age condition, can fetch several dollars depending on presentation and demand. Coins that retain sharp design details can be valued from $10 to $40, while high-grade or near-uncirculated examples can command prices exceeding $100, especially when authenticated or encapsulated. The market for Australian decimals has seen a steady upward trend, with coins like this becoming favorite investments for both new and seasoned collectors. The growing international interest in Australian coins has further elevated their worth. Collectors from the United States, the United Kingdom, and Europe are increasingly drawn to Australia's distinctive designs and rich minting history. The 1996 5-cent coin, with its classic echidna design and timeless appeal, has become a key attraction in the global numismatic scene. Auctions and online marketplaces frequently showcase this coin, with bidding often surpassing initial expectations due to rising competition. For those looking to preserve or increase their coin's value, proper care is essential. Coins should always be stored in clean, dry environments, ideally in coin holders or capsules. Avoid cleaning or polishing, as this can diminish the coin's authenticity and value. The natural dark tone, particularly in black circulated examples, is a mark of time, something that adds uniqueness and beauty. Collectors who keep their coins in well-maintained displays often see them appreciate in value over time, especially as demand continues to climb. If you happen to come across a 1996 5-cent coin in your possession, take a closer look. You may be holding a small fortune in your hand. Its appeal lies not just in its age, but in the story it tells and the craftsmanship it carries. Many seasoned numismatists regard the 1996 coin as one of the more elegant issues of the 1990s, and its design continuity makes it a centerpiece in complete decimal collections. Every detail, from the echidna's spines to the queen's diadem, contributes to its timeless value. In a rapidly growing coin market, the 1996 5-cent Australian coin stands as a shining example of how a humble denomination can turn into a collector's dream. Its black circulated finish, its enduring design, and its scarcity in top-grade condition combine to make it a treasure worth seeking. Each year that passes only adds to its historical and monetary significance. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, this coin is a smart and sentimental acquisition that embodies both Australia's heritage and its artistic legacy. In conclusion, the 1996 5-cent coin is far more than a small piece of change. It's a masterpiece in miniature form. From its rich history and exquisite design to its rising rarity and market value, this coin stands tall among Australia's most memorable currency pieces. Whether you're a dedicated collector or just beginning your numismatic journey, the 1996 5-cent coin offers a perfect blend of beauty, meaning, and value. It's a coin that reminds us that greatness often comes in small packages, and in the world of Australian coins, few shine brighter than this modest yet magnificent piece of history.